Okay, so it took my wife a little bit of convincing to convince me that she actually wanted a baby. We had talked to some friends who had been willing to help us out. By help us out, I mean they were a married couple, and we talked to them about the guy donating to us, and his wife was okay with it as long as we didn't go after him for child support, which was understandable, and so he was all cool with that. We tried it twice. The first time was just on a whim. It was, hey, let's try for a baby. My son was conceived via natural insemination, which means, yes, the act was performed. They tried once and it didn't work. On January 10th of after it didn't work, we went to ovulation tests, which do work actually, and there was a bunch of tests in the box, and you just take one every day and it tells you your most fertile day. So my wife took ovulation tests, and on January 10th of 2008 seemed to be her most fertile day, and we called up the couple, told them that it was the day, and they went and did whatever. I wasn't there, and on January 20th, my wife took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. And January 21st, she took another one and it came out positive again. We went to the doctors, found out everything was definitely positive, and that's how that worked. Yeah, and then on September 22nd of 2008, this guy was born. Say hi. Look at the camera. No, he's such a poop. That's how we did it. That's how we came to conceive my son. To give a little background on that, while my wife was pregnant, January 16th, actually, we were married. In the state of New Hampshire, gay marriage is not legal. And because I'm still legally a female, we went for the civil union route. Because we are in a legal civil union, I was able to be on my son's birth certificate. New Hampshire birth certificates actually say mother/parent 1 and father/parent 2. So they don't really, you can't tell if I'm just a parent 2 or if I'm the father, so it's kind of like I like it. There's no question about it. So I am on his birth certificate, I am his legal father, and that makes everything 10 times better. Any advice? I think it's really like a personal choice as to what you want to do. Sperm banks offer the confidentiality, so you don't have anyone that's really gonna come after you and be like, that's my kid, I want something to do with it, and I'm gonna be there now. Having a friend do it gets a little tough at sometimes. We did end up in a pretty heated argument with a couple while my wife was pregnant, in which they told me that they were going to make sure that the donor had legal rights to my son, and they were going to take my son away from us. Not going to happen. So it didn't happen. We ended up solving that, but it just kind of adds like a personal touch to it. I mean, he still has contact with his donor. We are pretty close. We hang out sometimes. The couple, the donor and his wife, both refer to me as his father. They both consider me his father. Sometimes it gets a little sketchy because it's not that I don't think that they're gonna try to take him, because I know they can't, because it's legal, I'm his dad, but it adds a personal touch, and it's like the little comments that people make, like even if we're all together and we're just joking around, like the little comments about how he looks like his donor and stuff like that. It kind of bothers me sometimes, but personally, if I had to do it again, I would go with a private donor, or someone on the other side of the country that I would never see again, just to make this situation more comfortable for everybody. And that's how we're gonna do it. As for his donor, he's like his uncle, I guess, and which is kind of convenient because his son was raised as my nephew, because I've always been involved in his life, and maybe someday down the line, my son will know that his cousin is really his half-brother, and they look exactly alike, so I don't know what would stop him from thinking that before we told him. But that's how we did everything. If anybody has any questions about transparenting or conceiving or how to handle different situations, I'm not really good on legal advice unless you're in New Hampshire. But I'm definitely willing to talk about transparenting. I'm definitely willing to lend an ear, talk to you if you need advice or whatnot. Definitely hit me up. I'll put all my contact info, any further contact info, in the sidebar, and don't hesitate to ask me questions. I'm open about it, and don't come at me with a negative attitude. I don't like that, but other than that, if you're just curious, let me know. And we can definitely talk. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Look, right there. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Have a good week, guys.